scene unfolds in Takashimaya's bustling basement, where the aroma of freshly baked treats fills the air and the atmosphere buzzes with the hum of eager shoppers. It's a frenzy of sights, smells, and tastes, a sensory feast of holiday indulgence and cheerful chaos. At the center of it all, a small tasting station draws a diverse crowd. Jars of goodies stacked neatly glisten under the bright lights, their labels promising delight with every bite. The allure is undeniable. Free tasting before buying. A young lady stands behind the counter, her gloved hand carefully reaching into a jar to offer a sample to an eager customer. Her face, partially hidden behind a mask, reflects a quiet focus as she seamlessly blends hospitality with efficiency. Around her, the patrons form a fascinating tapestry of expressions and stories. The patrons' faces and thoughts. Each face tells its own story. On the left, a woman with carefully styled hair watches intently, her hand raised to her lips in quiet contemplation. Her eyes narrow slightly, as though weighing each morsel against her memories of holiday treats past. Next to her, another woman stands, her posture upright, her face reflecting a mix of curiosity and skepticism. Perhaps she wonders if these jars will deliver the promise of nostalgia they seem to offer. In the background, a man crosses his arms, his brows furrowed slightly as though lost in thought. He looks not at the jars, but at the scene itself, perhaps pondering the holiday rush and its endless rituals. Beside him, another man leans forward slightly, his mask shifting as he observes the cookies being served. There's a quiet eagerness in his stance, as if the act of tasting is more than a decision. It's a small indulgence in an otherwise pragmatic day. Further back, a young woman adjusts her mask, her eyes scanning the offerings with a mix of amusement and restraint. Perhaps she is here out of habit, sampling not because she intends to buy, but because the moment invites participation. Each face reflects a fragment of the season's energy: curiosity, nostalgia, pragmatism, and quiet joy. The frenzy of taste and choice. This is more than a sale. It's an interaction, a brief connection between vendor and buyer. Each small morsel handed out is not just a taste of the product, but an invitation into a shared experience. There is a rhythm to it. Questions asked, jars opened, smiles exchanged. It's the kind of energy that thrives in a place like this, where food becomes a bridge between people, a language of its own. The frenzy of activity reflects the words of Marcel Proust. The smell and taste of things remain poised a long time, like souls ready to remind us. Here, every bite carries not just the promise of flavor, but the potential to evoke memories of past festivities, of comfort and warmth, of simpler joys, the dance of the season. Amidst the lively chaos, there's a sense of order. The rows of jars, the trays of cookies, and the careful arrangement of everything on the counter seem to hold their ground against the tide of shoppers. The young lady's composure is admirable, her movements deliberate and precise, even as she faces a seemingly endless stream of curious tasters. Her role is pivotal. She's the one who transforms the frenzy into something personal, offering a moment of calm connection amidst the rush. Each patron's thoughts swirl in this dance, some practical, others wistful, all drawn to this small corner of festivity. The young lady behind the counter plays her part with grace, her mask hiding any fatigue, her eyes reflecting only attentiveness. A slice of festive life. Takashimaya's basement, with its gleaming counters and holiday displays, is a world unto itself. It is here that the ordinary act of sampling a cookie becomes extraordinary, imbued with the spirit of the season. This is where strangers meet over shared tastes, where decisions are made with delight, and where the joy of the holidays manifests in the simplest of ways: a taste, a smile, a jar carried home. In this moment, the frenzy feels less like chaos and more like celebration. It is a dance of flavor, commerce, and connection, all coming together under the bright lights of a place where the season is alive in every corner. Each face, each thought, adds another layer to this tableau, a festive portrait of humanity at its most curious and connected.